back again. Like a herpes flare-up, or your ex who gave you herpes in the first place. It's that kind of show. Catherine's here. Last time, Catherine gave this insightful story about her colonoscopy and the pre-fecal evacuation that takes place beforehand. See, I knew about the whole, camera after poop shoot part, but I didn't know about the whole cleaning out the colon part. So thank you, Catherine. I now have that to look forward to in about 20, 30 years or so. But maybe I can get out of it entirely. Yeah, like I'll just try explaining to the doctor that I really want to keep my asshole a virgin. Front part, lost cause, but asshole, let's just try to keep the asshole a virgin. I mean, I'm sure that'll work to that doctor. It's funny though, because my brother once asked my dad when he could get a colonoscopy. Just to be clear, my brother was asking when he could get a colonoscopy. And my dad told him not for a long time, and I, being the borderline child that I am, had to ask, why are you asking? Do you want one? Like, why do you want one? I'm not too sure what my brother said in response. I must have buried it under, childhood trauma. But I just might have blocked it from my memory entirely. I fear that in a few decades, my brother will go in for his colonoscopy, and the doctor will say something like, yeah, I never had someone smile coming into the colonoscopy room. Okay, we gotta move on to something not asshole related. Like Donald Trump in the reflecting pool saga. Oh wait, that is asshole related. Shit, well, you know what, let's move on. I remember before the reflecting pool turned into Shrek's swamp. Trump was showing off his graph in the O office. On it, it showed the height of the reflecting pool in comparison to famous skyscrapers, like the Empire State Building. And I saw it, I was like, well, duh, like, the reflecting pool is pretty fucking long, longer than skyscrapers. To be honest, I honestly thought it was like AI video or something that The Onion cooked up. I generally had to do a deep dive on it, and it was true. He showed off a graph of his reflecting pool, well, not really his reflecting pool, compared to the size of skyscrapers. And I was like, oh, okay, so this is real. This is life. Okay, cool. But I wonder about the person who made that graph. Were they like, this is so fucking stupid, and I hate my job, which I'm assuming they say constantly. But it's just like, it's weird Trump, because he has this like weird obsession with size. It's almost like he's got a small dick or something. Anyway, back to reflecting pool. I remember like Trump running on the idea of draining the swamp, whatever that means. Turns out he just brought the swamp to DC. Way to go, Donnie. Now, how will you blame this on Obama or Biden this time? Just curious. It's going to be turned out it was sabotage, but Donald Trump hasn't really talked more about that. Common theme with that guy. But it's kind of funny. Like I saw these clips of him at the Knicks game where he's taking open breaths in between stuffing his mouth full of fries. This is the same man who the White House said was in excellent condition, but has 22 doctors, and was told to lose some weight by those same doctors. Excellent condition? I don't think so. Although, wouldn't it be better for the rest of us if he doesn't lose weight? Just saying, I think he could eat more fries, sprinkle on some cheese, have another Coke, things like that. Let's not keep the devil waiting. He's waited long enough. Or is the devil a she? What if the devil is a she? That would be something. She's just waiting with like a spiky strap on, just ready for Donald Trump to come on down. Let's not keep her waiting, Donnie. Let's go to hell. Okay. Enough of Trump, enough of that guy. Let's talk about me. And here's the rough part. Last week, my mother asked me about my porn usage last weekend. And she thinks I'm getting addicted to it. Yeah. So yeah, this is a really fun conversation to have with your mother as you're driving down Highway 1 as you're sitting in the back seat, not driving. Like, and as soon as you said it, I was like, if I bail out right now, I don't think I'll break that many bones. I'll just aim for the ditch. Yeah, this always works in the action movies. I'll just like Dwayne Johnson it. Like, he always comes out unscathed. I can come out unscathed. I can do this. But I checked it out. And had a conversation about my mother about porn. Oh boy. I don't even know why she was asking. Maybe she saw some TikTok with the levels of porn usage among millennials, because those are always reliable sources of information. Yes, Becky, tell me about your detox last weekend. But back to my mother. Anyways, she thinks if people watch porn every day, they won't date or have relationships or have children. Last one she's really zeroed in on is that she's really wants to be a grandmother, like yesterday. But we'll get back to that old chestnut. To me, it's fucking weird and not an issue to focus on. These days, there's a lot of issues facing younger generations, like how most of us can't afford houses unless we get our parents to chip in, or if we want to go the Breaking Bad route, make meth in a camper. They will take meth for a down payment, right? Oh, I guess they won't. Well, there goes that plan. What about fentanyl? And that's not the only issue. There's inflation, which has these things like, I guess I'll go with a discount toilet paper, or this bread doesn't seem too moldy. It really adds texture. And Elon Musk is a trillionaire while I borrow food from No Frills checkout. Well, misplace it is a better word. Oops. I told the machine that I had 2 avocados here. Really, I had 1. Okay. Ooh, best not to go back and sort that out. Really, it's on them. Don't make a self-checkout based on the honor system. There's not a whole lot of honor around here. But yes, compared to that, high porn usage is the biggest issue facing the modern adult. Nothing else comes close. What if like porn along with a healthy-ish dose of booze and weed is how we deal with, everything? Just a thought. Anyway, back to my mother and our porn conversation, where I'd explained to her that I don't watch too much porn. The thing is about my mother, she is the definition of making mountains out of molehills. And I told you we would get back to how my mother really wants to become a grandmother, like desperately. The only issue with that plan is like I really don't like kids. It's kind of an impasse. Recently, a lot of her friends are becoming grandmothers, which has made her say to me a few times, just a general nudge. It would be nice to become a grandmother. Usually I just nod and let it be, even though I want to say maybe some of your friends' kids should have paid more attention to sex ed. just saying. Maybe also learn how the condom works. I wouldn't be surprised if my mother has a grandmother shrine in her closet, consisting of a very dusty cardigan sweater, thick glasses, and hard candies. Every day she touches it, smacks off the dust first, and goes, soon. Oh boy. I wonder if I'm going to get like a guilt-laden text or phone call over all this. Probably, right? Yeah, definitely. Anyway, moving on from possibly disappointing parents. It's weird certain parents treat those who don't have kids. Like, it's weird how, people who have kids treat others who don't have kids and don't want them. Like, we're terrible people for not liking kids, but we're really not. At least, some of us aren't. We just don't like kids. You don't hear the same thing over, liking versus not liking oatmeal, or literally anything else. Even people get really mad at me when I say I don't like Shrek. So yeah, there's exceptions. If I walk into a party and there's a kid there, I will actively avoid it. The child. But other people come in and lose their fucking minds. Like the kid is Jesus or something. It's funny. Parents have tried to make the pitch to me about kids, along with my own mother, but I've kind of learned to ignore that. They'll say things like, every day is a gift, or they're such gifts, and like when you have them, you'll just fall in love. Bullshit like that. It's almost like the religious people trying to sell you on their book of fairy tales. Similar vibe, really. Midway through one of their pitches, I looked past them. I saw their gift rubbing something that I hoped was chocolate across their white shirt. I had to cut them off and say, well, I don't have to deal with that. So excuse me, there's a six-pack and video games in my future. Well, it looks like you have that in your future. That's a weird thing. That's part that always gets left out. The crying, the sleep, the deprivation, fucking Paw Patrol, and death. Well, more death. So yeah, no thanks. I'll keep my video games, Paw Patrol, Free House, and a somewhat healthy sleep pattern. Although, sometimes when I shift into delusional thinking, I'm like, maybe a kid wouldn't be the worst idea. And then when I'm at the store, not planning on borrowing a few avocados, some kid will literally be losing his or her mind right behind me. That's when I'm like, nope, fucking nope, not doing it. Also, where are the condoms?